So, welcome to the broadcast, and today I've got Brian Lyons on board. Welcome on board.
Hi Shane, thanks for having me
Thanks.
today. Looking forward to a good conversation.
Excellent. So, we're here to talk about, I suppose, a few things: your journey in running, but also the events that you put on. These events, running events. So, we can talk through them. You can give us a list. You're a very, very busy man.
Yeah, I've got a
And
few events now.
yeah,
So
and talk just generally about running. So, yeah. So,
yeah,
introduce yourself, Brian.
I'm excited. So my name's Brian Lyons. I'm a Devonport local. I've come and gone, but I call Devonport mostly home. This is where I was born and grew up, and it's a great little city, and we're very lucky. We've got these amazing developments happening, and yeah, you'd be silly not to live here.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
I love running, and now I'm lucky enough to call this part of my job with the bunch of events I run and do a bit of coaching online and in person, and I love it. And it's yeah, it's great because we've got an awesome community.
So it seems through COVID that running actually is having a bit of a moment in the sun. That we know that the Devonport Park Run is going really well. All the park runs really are going really well. So you've got Devonport, Port Sorell, you've got Latrobe, Burnie, Wynyard, Railton,
Yeah,
Zeehan.
absolutely.
Yeah,
If you work it out, I think it's something like 1,300 or 1,400 people on a weekly basis across the northwest coast that are taking part in park run. And
yeah.
as you know, it's a huge, it's doing a favor to the community. It's getting people out and exercising, and it's ticking all those amazing boxes that I think people should be ticking off in their life.
That's right. And I mean, one of the reasons I love running is it's because it's so time efficient. You just put the shoes on, go outside, and then you start. You don't have to. Well, hopefully, you don't have to get in the car to go for a run to get to somewhere to go for a run.
Absolutely, it's a
But
relatively cheap sport
mm.
until you're injured. Then it's, it's not so cheap,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's so accessible.
But also around the place, there's a whole heap of informal running groups as well, isn't there? So,
Yeah,
and I've had a crack at a couple of them, and they're a lot of fun too. Yeah.
absolutely. We've got so many run clubs. I think there's a run club just about every day now that
Mm.
people can take part in, which is great. And most of these don't cost a thing. And yeah, you get to see regular smiling faces each week, and I think that's what draws people out to them.
And like a coffee afterwards and a bit of a
Absolutely.
chat, that
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
mental health stuff as well.
We run for coffee. We
Yeah,
don't
run
run
for
for anything else.
coffee. Well, I definitely run for coffee, and
Absolutely.
got you lined up with the broadcast mug there. So yeah, feel free to sip away.
I'm
Yeah,
absolutely loving my mug. That's going to go in my office, and
yeah,
yeah,
pride of place. So
absolutely.
if you
I
come,
may even take a photo and tag the
oh,
podcast.
excellent.
Yeah.
So for those people out there who don't know, if you come on the broadcast, you get a mug, and I'll make you a coffee or a tea or whatever you like. So
That's what got me here, mate.
yeah, that's what got you here.
Yeah.
So you talked just briefly about a love of running. So we're going to just talk about that. How did you sort of your running journey start?
Yeah, I've sort of been running for most of my life, I guess. I guess most people introduction is at school carnivals and that sort of thing. So grade three, I guess you could say I was a natural. I won my school cross country, and um, I think for me it was like you follow what your siblings do. So we went along to the Burnie 10 as kids, and I remember just being obsessed in this is so specific in 1992 about watching Steve Moneghetti cross the line
Yeah.
and winning that race, and I still remember that and being excited to go along and see him. And so I thought, yeah, I like running, and it's something I did at school, and I won my cross country and continued to go pretty well all through primary school and then to high school, and made a few state sides, and yeah, that love just still continued. Some people stop running, but I just continue to run
Yeah.
because I loved it so much.
So was there a period of time when you were having a real crack at it?
Yeah, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, when I was having a bit of a go, I was running anywhere from 120 to 160 k's a week. It's a lot of washing, as you probably
Yeah.
understand with sport.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, for me, I always felt like I was free when I was running. It's something that I really enjoyed. Yeah, no, it's given me everything, like friends especially. That's the
Yeah.
main thing I've got out of it, and those community connections, and yeah, you meet some amazing people, and I feel very, very lucky.
So, yeah. So since I've come back to exercise, so politicians, one of the things is that it's very easy to lose track of your own personal health. You're eating on the run a lot.
Yeah.
And I certainly, when I started coming back and exercising a lot, running was something very good. And like I said, time efficient, but also the thing that I've really, really loved is the people that I've met along the way.
Yeah.
But just so you've obviously had a passion for running, but
Yeah.
then how did that transfer into, well, maybe I should actually organise a running race? So what was the
Yeah.
moment that happened?
So I'd probably call myself a floater in life. I tried a lot of things. I was never quite happy with what I did. So I did a bit of retail work, worked in a coffee shop, did community services. I worked in aged care for a short time. But I was never totally happy with what I was doing. And um, so I got into some coaching and I launched my coaching business called Everyday Lyons. So this was this was something that I guess I was always coaching, but it was never a business per se. So the events were a bit of a spin off of that to try and expand my business, you could say.
Yeah, yeah,
So the first event that we launched, so I'll say we, so my partner and I, Amy, was a great train race. And this was something that I did as a kid many years ago. And then for whatever reason, that stopped happening. So, I sat on this for a decade. I was like, is it going to come back? Who's
yeah,
going to do
yeah,
this?
yeah.
So,
So you
I,
just
s-
better, for people out there, you just better
yeah,
explain what the Great Train Race was and
yeah,
now is.
absolutely. So, the Great Train Race is runner versus steam. So, it's held at the Don River Railway, and runners race the steam train. So, it's over a 7 kilometre journey, a 3.5 kilometre journey, a 2K journey, and kids 400.
Yeah,
So, yeah, you basically start the same time as the train. The train goes down to Coles Beach, turns around, and then you try and beat it home.
right.
And it's a really cool concept, lots
Yeah,
of fun. It's more of a party, I think.
yeah. Lots of toot toots, eh?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. But the only thing is the steam train's been broken down the last 2
Oh
years, so we've had
no,
the
a
diesel
diesel,
train. Yeah,
right?
but that's
Okay.
okay too.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to try and race the boiler, the guy who's shoveling the coal in as
Absolutely.
well. So, do
Yeah.
do you look at the guy who's on the shovel and think, yeah, I've got him? If it's
I
just some
think so.
little skinny guy, but if it's an enormous,
Yeah.
I think there's no way I'm going to beat.
And I think that's what people get excited about, mate, though, is they're running through the reserve, and as you know, that part of
It's a
Devonport
beautiful spot.
is
Yeah,
so pretty. So you can hear the train blowing its
yeah,
whistle, and you don't know, is it close, is it not close? And that's what I remember as a child and how much fun that was. So I never thought it would put me in the position I am now with more spin-off events. But I'm so grateful that I started that, and community has got behind me. I can't do this without the community, and we've got a lot
exactly.
of
Yeah.
businesses and the local council and the Don River Railway and so many stakeholders that make this possible. And yeah, it's just not me doing it; it's volunteers as well, and the participants that turn up. And we've got an awesome community here. I'm just not saying that.
Yeah. So, how did that first one go? Like that
Yeah.
must have been like a baptism of fire.
Yeah, it was a bit of it. Like, yeah, I didn't know how many people I'd get there, so I think we had 333 to be
Yeah.
exact. So back when it was running and it was something that used to go on, they used to get a couple of hundred people. So
Right.
we were really lucky. The local radio station jumped on board and they did a bit of marketing for us, and I think that helped. And
Yeah.
uh, I didn't really expect much. I thought, if we could get 200, it'd be great. But the feedback was amazing and people seemed to love it. And then I'm like, right,
Okay.
what's next?
And so you obviously really enjoyed it.
Loved it. Yeah.
So what's the best bit then about we
Um,
cracking off there and thinking, wow, is it because
uh,
people really enjoyed it? And
I think so. It's nice seeing people move and the little stories you hear. And if someone sends you an email and they go, I saw your event, I trained for your event, I achieved my goal. People posting about that makes you feel good. That's pretty cool that you've been able to create something that people are excited about, and kids with medals and
yeah,
taking it to school and show and tell, like all that stuff's awesome.
do my show and tell maybe a bit later.
That's
Sure.
good, mate. Look at that bling. That is heavy.
That is heavy,
Yeah.
bit of weight in that. We can get to that a bit later. So you had your coaching. So how did that
Yeah.
coaching, like how many did you have when you first started?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, I launched in COVID, mate. So it was a weird time. I was still doing that onlining program, but I couldn't launch group training. So in that stage, like to be able to get insurance, I needed to go under Athletics Australia. So I did a coaching course during that period and did that for a number of weeks, and then I was ready to go. But then COVID sort of
Yeah.
stopped those plans. But then I launched, and I guess the event was a good way of promoting what I was doing as well. So it's like a full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we started off with 3 people, I think, for
Yeah.
groups,
Yeah.
and yeah, slowly grown over the journey, and yeah, I love it. Like it's awesome. They become a family because you see these people 2, 3 times a week. So
Yeah.
it's really cool.
But also you see a transformation, don't you?
Absolutely, and there's so many stories.
Yeah.
You know, some people turn up and they've never ran before,
Yeah.
and then 7 weeks down the track they're running.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So you've had your coaching setup, so everyday Lyons, and then you've had the great train race.
yeah,
So what was the next step? Did you think, okay, well, I've
yeah.
done
So
that, tick.
yeah, I guess for me, I was sitting in bed and I go, oh, this was awesome. And Amy just said, oh, there's this glow run thing. Saw it on social media. That'd be cool to bring something to town like that. And she
Right.
went to bed and I created a Facebook page at 2 a.m. in the morning. Went live with the with the Light Night Glow Fun Run.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I just once again just tried to build some momentum, and it was always a risk because an event in the winter, you never know how that might go with people.
Yeah.
So yeah, we took a bit of a chance, and it was at the back end of winter, so things are probably going to get a little bit nicer. And yeah, we held that event. And if you're not sure what the Light Night Glow Run's about, it's people turn up in glow sticks and we have entertainment on the course.
Yeah,
And
fluoro.
yeah, and it's one big party. People dress up, and yeah, we end up getting 500 people for the first year, and
So what year was that, the first year?
I put 2022, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Because that has certainly grown now, hasn't it?
yeah. That one's probably. I mean, it's a bit like you can't say your favorite kids, but
Yeah.
but I think the glow run's probably my favorite event,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's cool. It's just one big party, and
Such an awesome family event. That's the thing I really like about that
yeah,
one.
it is.
Yeah.
It's very inclusive, and like we have a schools competition. The schools have been so amazing, and they've jumped on board and they've shared it in their school newsletter or posters up at their school, and I think that's been the driving force behind it. Is the schools competition, and yeah,
Yeah, I certainly got the whole family to do that one last year. That
I
one
remember
last
you guys
time.
looked
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's so much fun.
yeah,
So much fun.
yeah,
And
and
the
that's
atmosphere and oh, like you're talking about volunteers, just the volunteers just alongside the course doing music
absolutely.
or, doing cheers and
Yeah, and these guys
yeah,
are standing out there for 3 hours on a
yeah, on a cold winter's
cold
night.
winter's night,
Yeah.
and still smiling and still happy, and
Yeah. And the atmosphere is just amazing. Yeah.
yeah, you have been like the first year was slowly grown, as you said. So the first year we're on the Devonport Park Run track, and we run out of space on there, so we had to go to the road
Yeah.
surface, and I think that sort of made things a little bit better and bigger as well, and a little bit more room to grow again.
So that
So
was second. And then
yeah,
there was a third.
yes,
So was the next
yep.
one in line the Bluff to Boat Ramp?
Yep. So that was previously named Run Devonport,
Mm.
and the opportunity came up to acquire the rights to this event, and the fella Michael Bonney, his name
Yep.
is, and I actually asked him. I said, "Look, can I borrow your arch?" Because I hadn't bought an arch at that time, and he said, "Well, you can buy the event if you want." And he's been trying to get rid of it that I didn't know for years.
Right.
But he was trying to get rid of it with the Devonport Triathlon. I don't know anything about tri, so I wasn't interested in that.
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, okay, let's do this." So I acquired the rights of Run Devonport, and we ran it as Run Devonport for 1 year. But I had bigger plans, I guess you could say. I for me, I wanted to expand the event to more like an elite race. That was always my plan down the track, and yeah, we did Run Devonport, and it's slowly grown each year. And we changed the name to Bluff to Boat Ramp because I wanted a fresh start. I wanted
Mm.
to be mine, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Bluff's a beautiful spot, and now we don't even start from the Bluff, but that's another thing.
Details, Brian.
Yeah. So now we start from the live-in city. That was the first
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
and under the banner Bluff the Boat Ramp, we're in our 3rd year, which will be on March 15th next year.
Yeah. So
Yep.
for those of you who don't know, it actually starts and finishes pretty much underneath that big cantilevered thing.
Sure does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Devonport, in the CBD,
And
really. Yeah,
beautiful
next to the
Haynes
hotel.
Park and
yeah.
made for events, like amazing.
Yeah, it is a beautiful space
It
there.
is. We're so lucky, and hopefully a few more events will jump on
Yeah.
board and want to do some stuff there.
The good thing about that one too is people come past a couple of times. So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
run,
that's it. Yeah, and I think that's really cool. You can watch your family members, and in the old race we had that wasn't happening, so I really like that feature now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So and the Bluff to Boat Ramp seems to be cracking on quite well, and
yeah,
you've got elite athletes showing up.
yeah. We're really lucky. We've got some of the best 10K runners in Australia. So last year I think we had 4 or 5 Olympians down, and we were Australia's richest 10K road race. Unfortunately, the Birdie 10 has taken that mantle again, but that's okay. We might get it back one day. But yeah, it's cool, and I think some people get excited about watching these guys. I mean, they're pretty amazing. Some of the women are breaking 33 minutes, and the men are going
Yeah.
under 29 minutes, and
Which is super
yeah,
fast, isn't it?
that's flying.
Yeah.
So to be able to bring that caliber of talent down and get people watching is really cool for the city as well, and I think council enjoys that part of it.
And also as
Um,
well, you do a 5K race and you do
Yeah.
you do a kids sprint, and
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
it.
a
It's
whole
just not
family
about the
thing.
elites.
Yeah.
It's very inclusive. So it's a very family event. Like you said, you don't have to turn up. You don't even have to run, mate. You can
Yeah.
walk or
Yeah.
skip or
Yeah.
do whatever you want.
And the amazing thing is the people who do events consistently. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Really.
absolutely. And that's the thing we're finding. We get these repeat people that love this stuff and see their smiling face when they come to Bib Collection, and that's great too because hopefully they're having a good time. That's why they're coming back. So,
Yeah. Well, I think
yeah.
you do make your events a lot of fun. So
No, thank you,
yeah.
mate. Thank you.
So we've got the Great Train Race, we've got the Glow Run,
Yeah,
we've got Bluff to Boat Ramp.
yeah.
But oh my, that's not enough, is it?
No, no, no.
So then
yeah.
the next phase of Brian Lyons running domination is an ultra.
Yeah, yeah. So I'd been waiting for this one for a couple of years, mate. I was sitting on this, but as you know, that infrastructure wasn't there, so we were waiting for that part of the track to be finished. And I'll just say it now: I wasn't ready to launch that event. I was nowhere near ready to launch that
Yeah.
event, but I wanted to have the stakeholder for that. I wanted to claim it was my event before anyone else jumped in.
So just for
So,
those who
yeah.
being a bit cryptic, we're talking about the Shared Pathway Ultra.
Yeah.
So on the Northwest Coast, we've got these magnificent shared pathways, and it'll be even better when we fill in the gaps. So at the moment,
Absolutely.
there's a gap between West Ulverston and Penguin, and then
Yep.
there's a gap between Howarth and Burnie.
Yeah.
So if we could fill in those two gaps, then we could have a one-way ultra of what?
Absolutely.
70 Ks or something? How far would that be?
Yeah, so we've worked out if you go on the outskirts of Penguin, you can go at least 50K before you get onto the highway. I can't think of that town just past Penguin.
So there's Haybridge.
Yeah, even past there. I
So
think.
Howarth.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Finding
worked
a-
out you can get 50K
No, it's
one
Howarth
way.
and then Haybridge. Sorry,
Yeah.
Haybridge's the last one.
And then we
Yeah.
unfortunately hit the highway for a bit
Yeah.
before we go into Burnie. But then there's some shared coastline / pathway going on there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you said, it's a beautiful part of the world, and we're just waiting patiently. But I will tell you a bit of a secret.
Oh, hang
We
on.
are-
Hang
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Hashtag breaking.
Yeah.
Hashtag breaking.
We are going to do a 100K event.
Wow.
Yeah. So that requires a bit of a road closure. No, actually, we'll say road disruption, Shane, because people don't
Okay.
like road closures.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's going to be a bit of disruption to traffic during that time, which they're really excited about. So at the moment, it only goes 64K,
Which is an out and back. So it goes
Yeah.
from Latrobe to West Ulverston and back.
Yeah. And this project was so big, it's actually a shared project with a lady called Deb Hicks,
Yes.
and she's been amazing. And she's a PT, that's her background, and she's much more organised than me, Shane. I'm a bit scatty, so it's been nice to have some organisation in my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really exciting, and yeah, we got 500 people to the first event this year, and yeah, we're just excited
Yeah,
to
so
see how it
just-
goes.
Just think about that. There's 500 people. So how far was that one? Sorry, the
Uh,
out and back? It was
Yeah, it was 64.
64. So
Yeah.
you've got 500 people who want to do 64, or there was a
Yeah.
marathon and there was a
Did a
half
half.
marathon
And then a 10K as
and then
well.
a 10K.
Yeah.
So how many did the whole 64?
64, I think we had about 70 people.
Yeah.
Which is, it's cool that people are crazy enough to run that far and
Yeah.
and want to do that. And there seems to be appetite to go more, mate. Like,
Yeah, that's not far enough, is what they were complaining,
Nah.
was it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
crazy.
want to
People
do it
just love
again?
to run.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the plan, is 100K, and hopefully it goes all right. And
Just for those at home, that's actually a sort of a typical progression of people that you
Yep.
start off with park run and then you go 5Ks. Okay, now I'm going to do a 10K race, and then you get used to that and you think, oh, maybe I should do a half, and then you do a half marathon, and then you're like, oh yeah, I've done a half marathon now. I'll do a marathon,
That's
and then you do a couple of marathons, and it's like, oh yeah, at 30Ks, I thought I was going to die, but I made it. Oh, you know what would make my life really good is if I went to an ultra.
That's exactly how it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that progression is actually quite quick when you watch people doing this.
Yeah.
It's within a couple of years, which is amazing.
Yeah, well, I got to the marathon bit, and
Do you have any plans to go anymore, mate?
Well, I did the Penguin Marathon, but that one's not happening anymore. And then
No.
after that one, I did the Gold Coast Marathon.
Yeah.
I think you're almost you must be a runner if you get on a plane to go to an event.
Absolutely.
So I did the Gold Coast Marathon, but after the marathon, my brother and wife picked me up, and we got to the car, and I think I had a spew. And I'm like,
Did ya?
don't let me do this ever again. And so my wife's reminding me of that.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to get a bit itchy again.
But it's like amnesia, mate.
I think it
You
is.
just forget very quickly. And it's
I
I can do that again.
As a male, I probably shouldn't say it, but it's probably a bit like childbirth.
Yeah.
You forget about the birth and
Yeah.
have another baby. But it's
Absolutely.
it is addictive. That's absolutely right. But the thing for me is that I've got to have a goal. If I don't have a goal in mind, I just wander and things drop off. So,
Absolutely. And I don't think you're alone. I think we probably unintentionally have goals in life in most things we do, and running's no different. You need to get up out of bed and have something you strive for or work towards.
Yeah. So where do you think the ultra is going to go then? Next year you're a 64 again?
Yeah, and then we got our 100K event.
Yeah.
Ultimately, we'd love to do a 100 mile.
100-mile.
That's where, and that requires maybe a 30-hour cutoff time or something similar.
Yeah.
So potentially that means a 2-day running festival, which is really cool. And I think what I get excited about this event most is it's so pretty, and it's probably the easiest event to market because it is so, that coastline's amazing. And we feel like we can get a large number of interstate runners coming down, and that excites me. That's something
I know
that's
that there's
great for the economy, and
exactly. There's a huge number of people who've come to Hobart for the mountain run and that on Mount
absolutely,
Wellington.
yeah.
But we don't. I think as we drive along, we do it every day. We've done it every day since we were
so
kids.
used to it.
So used to it. And I remember doing the Penguin Marathon because the roads were closed, and it was spectacular. I'd never run it, obviously, before. I'd ridden it on a bike a good few times, but just running along and just seeing the spectacular coastline turning around there at Goat Island outside West Ulverston. And if we could actually use that, and even the shared pathway, when that shared pathway between Turners Beach and Devonport first happened, there's actually some spectacular pieces of that shared pathway.
Yeah, there is. I don't know if I didn't even know those grave sites.
Yes.
Were a thing.
So that's halfway along Lillico Strait.
It's amazing. The
surrounded
history
by
behind
trees and long grass.
Yeah.
There's graves.
It's crazy. And you get a whole different feel of that place, because quite obviously, I guess you could run along there, but you'd be risking your life, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, there was no... and like the shared pathways are so amazing, and particularly that Turners Beach to Devonport one, I was thinking, it's a long stretch and it's along a highway and it's between basically two areas, and thinking, well, people, how many people are going to use it? I thought people would use it, but as soon as it opened, I was just absolutely shocked at the number of people using it.
I think a lot of people commute to work as well. They ride their bikes, which is great. One of those things we mentioned, it ticks off that. Workplaces love that.
But
riding
even
to work, so.
and even people on the e-bikes too.
Yeah.
But there's been people walking dogs, pushing prams, people who drive to maybe the other end at Don, unload unload the bikes out of the cars, and then ride to the berry patch and back and things like that. It's just
Which
been
is really
amazing.
cool, isn't it? And that's I guess that was their bigger picture. I don't know. I think
That
Cradle
is the bigger,
Coast
yeah,
Authority had been a big push in getting this off the ground, and they want people to travel and ride
yeah.
their bikes, and that's the key. I think we have to remember it's just not for runners and walkers; it's for everyone.
Everybody, yeah,
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 yeah, and it's like you said. I was surprised how many people utilise it. You don't. They travel on Lithgow Straight. It's always busy, so,
yeah.
especially the weekend.
Yeah, especially on the
Yeah,
weekend. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And I think if we get the shared pathway all the way to Wynyard, from Latrobe to Wynyard, then you can start thinking about, okay, let's get to Port Sorell.
yeah.
Let's do a loop to East Devonport.
That's
And
amazing.
and there, another little bits like most recently was that bit from Devonport through to Sprayton all the way
Yeah.
out to the country club now.
Yeah, and that's really cool
Yeah.
as well. And there's even talk that a park run
Yeah,
may
there may be
may
a
go
park run
there.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is just another park run, isn't
Yeah.
it? One of 9 or 10 on the Northwest Coast.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Yeah, but there seems to be enough, like enough people want to do it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But again, as soon as you make the pathway, people just use it. It's an amazing thing.
absolutely. Yeah, and I guess council should be commended for that as well, because I know doing that is not a cheap thing to do.
No, no.
Yeah, and even if we talk about Port Sorell, even though that's not connected, have you been out there lately where that's, you
Oh,
know,
that bit around
yeah,
to yeah,
on the Esplanade
on the
there,
Esplanade,
and
yeah,
that's awesome, and
yeah,
people are definitely using that now, and you
yeah,
feel much safer as a runner too.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Fantastic. But we talk about goals. So
yep,
we need goals. Well, I need a goal.
yep,
So I've got a running goal now.
yes,
So that's because I've actually managed to. Well, I've signed up. Or been signed up to. My wife actually signed me up to it because she's doing it as well.
great.
The Bluff to Boat Ramp.
Only 14
So
weeks away, Shane.
yeah, only 14 weeks.
Quickly
So
approaching.
yeah, now
Yeah.
I've got that. Now I've got that goal. It's really good to break down. Like we know, when the race is, and then you can work out your preparation. But
Yep.
you've got a bit of a cheat
Yeah.
around that sort of preparation piece, haven't you?
We do, we
Yeah.
do. So we've got group training, and it's starting early in the year. Don't let this put you off. It starts on Devonport Cup Day. You can have a few shandies and then come to training.
Oh, I'm afraid
that's
I'll
gonna
be
be
at the
okay.
Devonport Cup, so
Yeah.
I might be a bit too shabby.
That's all right. You definitely won't be alone.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had this 10-week group training, and we meet every Wednesday, and it's a very inclusive. So last
Absolutely
year
it
we
is.
had people with prams and walkers and
Yeah.
joggers and
At all speeds as well.
at all
Yeah,
speeds.
yeah.
Yep. So you don't have to be a runner to join this training.
And if you
Yeah.
sign up to Bluff to Boat Ramp,
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't cost you.
doesn't
a thing.
cost you
Yeah.
anything.
Yep.
So,
So if you sign up to our 5 or 10K, you can come along to this training. And it's certified coaching, and this training will get you in the best possible shape for race day.
yeah. And how many times a week do you offer it? Because it is
Yep.
you've got different timings as well, haven't you?
Yeah. So for this particular training, it's just Wednesday at 6 p.m. For the 10 weeks.
Yeah.
And we're expecting Shane to come along. Is
I'll,
that?
I'll be there when I can.
Yeah.
When Parliament, oh no, I'll probably only miss out just the tail end, I think,
That's
when
all right.
Parliament's there.
Yeah.
But look, for people out there, look, I've done this before. It is fantastic. And I know that my wife did it last time, and
Yep.
Lockie, my son.
Yep.
And so Lockie's he would have been 10 at the time, and
Yep.
he had a great time as well. So it's not just for adults, it's for kids, it's for all speeds, all ages. And it is very supportive, very inclusive, very encouraging.
Yep.
You'll get encouraged by everybody else who's participating in it, and you'll see yourself get quicker, and you'll see other people get quicker. And
Absolutely.
it's very rewarding, I found.
Yeah, and that's the thing. These people, majority of them come up as or they turn up as strangers, and then by week 4 or
Yeah.
5, you see that shift where they start to support each other at parkrun perhaps,
Yeah.
or have a coffee afterwards.
That's
and
right.
Yeah, it becomes something that they look forward to. Well, we've been told this. So,
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I've seen it in action, and I know
Yeah.
that when you're out running, when you're doing the event even, and you see those people from your training group, you're like, come on, you're doing
Yeah.
well, let's go.
And that's cool. And
Yeah.
we order these tops that they can wear on the day, and
Yeah.
it builds a community around the event as well. And it's really cool. And and sometimes, as you know, when you're first starting something like that's a bit scary. And if you've got a team around you to support you, it makes it a whole lot easier. And like
Yeah.
I said, you can walk this session. They're
Yeah.
made to walk it.
Yeah.
So, Don't be put off if you have to run.
But the best
Yeah,
thing is it gives you that structure.
yeah,
So you show up, and the training is structured so that it gives you what you need as you get closer to the race.
absolutely. And we
So
don't chuck you in the deep end.
yeah,
We start off the session small, and if
yeah,
you turn up every week, you'll be rewarded.
yeah,
It's like anything, and you'd know that with
yeah,
rowing, the more consistent you are,
yeah.
the better chance you are of achieving your goal.
Well, and I think that's where a lot of the science of exercise is going now. They're
Yeah,
pushing consistency rather than a 1 day effort. So,
absolutely.
so you're not going to have people there and flog them up and down a hill until they
No,
break.
no,
It's not like that at all. It is
yeah,
ease into it, and then as the structure of the training changes as you get closer to the race.
absolutely.
But it's not you're going to show up and then get flogged and be,
Yeah,
break down with injuries and stuff. The idea is to ease people into it. And
absolutely. Yeah, we don't chuck them straight in the deep end. If
yeah,
someone, and I try and source that information out before
yeah.
people come, and you soon work out very quickly where someone is at. And yeah, we structure that to them personally.
And
If
I think
someone, yeah,
the other thing about the diversity of your group too is that there'll be somebody who's your speed.
absolutely.
So
Yep,
you've got someone like if you're doing an out and back 1 minute or something like that, there'll be somebody at your speed, and you can see yourself measured against them or measured against other runners,
yep.
and yeah,
And that's
it's
what I was saying about
mm,
being inclusive. Majority of the stuff we do is either small loops or out and back.
yeah,
So, like you said, you're never ever going to be running by yourself and feeling like, oh,
yeah, yeah. It's not
this
a
is crap.
grind; it's
It's not
fun.
like school cross country carnival.
Yeah, yeah,
Like we've progressed a little bit more than that,
yeah.
so we try to make it cool now and fun and yeah, yeah,
Yeah, from my personal experience, I've done it a couple of times,
nah,
and it's been a lot of fun.
awesome,
Been a lot of fun, and I got a lot out of it. So I
cool. No,
definitely,
thank
I
you.
definitely got quicker.
Yes,
Definitely got
that's what we
quicker.
like to hear.
Yeah,
Tick.
yeah. So, like you've had these events. What has been the most difficult part of these events? Do you think?
Uh, I guess because we rely on community support a lot, so no, we can't do these events without our volunteers. That is always very difficult. So filling volunteer positions, and I'm uh, chasing up sponsorship. That's always
Yeah.
very difficult at times. So I guess we heavily rely on these sponsors, but we feel like we can promote them well through the event
Yes.
in what we do, like whether that's logo on race bib or social media or logo
Yeah,
on
so
medal.
I've got
Yeah.
a couple of medals. So this first one that was Bluff to Boat Ramp was sponsored by Live Eat, was
Yeah.
obviously your major sponsor. So
Great food there.
sponsors out there, and Steigen too. You get some socks off them, don't you?
We do. We
Blister
do.
free socks.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Best socks in
then
the market, Stogan.
so 2024 was CD Joinery, who
Yeah,
are still your major sponsor. So they must have
absolutely.
seen some value in it.
Yeah, so Matt and the team, he's a runner and his family runs and he enjoys it and he must have seen some value in what we were doing and he jumped on board and he's been awesome to deal with and yeah, hopefully he's grown a little bit or got a little bit of exposure out of it and
Yeah.
yeah, we feel like we offer good value in what we're doing.
And then Glow Run, I think St. Luke's, getting St. Luke's on
Yeah,
board. I know
yeah.
that St. Luke's has got a really big community program. It's great to see them trying to get people moving in the community. So getting their
They've been
sponsorship.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they had their health hub in Launceston and Hobart, and they were keen to break into Devonport as well. And I think the timing worked really well with our race, and they've been amazing to deal with. Like I feel like St Luke's everywhere at the moment, so
Yeah.
they've backed both the basketball teams as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's great that they're supporting the local community.
So CD Joinery, major sponsor.
Yes,
So
yeah.
who else? You want to plug anyone else while you're going?
Yeah, we've got the tax centre. They've been with us
Yeah.
from day one. Jason Kai's in the team. Jason gave me a chance when not many people probably would have. So he must have seen something, and he's my longest running sponsor,
Oh,
Jason.
excellent.
And he signed on again for our event in May. So I'm really stoked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like there are obviously some expenses involved, aren't
Yes.
there?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
you've got to get the medals. You've got to
Yep.
do all the paperwork.
Yeah. So there's
Yeah.
there's lots of costs. We've got insurance,
Yeah,
race numbers, road closures, crowd control barriers, water, prizes, It's endless. I can't think of them, but it's a very big list.
But I mean, like you've started off just with the Great Train Run, and now you've got all these events, and
Yep.
now you're full time. So this is your
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
your job. You're a
I've been
sporting promoter, entrepreneur,
Yeah,
maybe.
I never saw that happening so quickly, but once again, it's a community. I have an amazing community behind us. If the community didn't turn up, this wouldn't be possible at all, and it's something that we're very, very grateful
Yeah. So
for.
just the difficulties in getting like the ultra must have been quite difficult because you were dealing with three councils.
Yeah, yeah.
How did that go?
Yeah, so we approached all three councils separately, and then got them all in the one email thread, and then we met them in person,
Right.
and we just had a big roundtable discussion,
Right.
and we said we want to do this, this, and this. Is this possible? Yep, this is what you need. So then they gave us a tick
Yeah.
list or whatever, a whole list, and we went away and we slowly ticked that off and we submitted it. And for me, who has only worked with Devonport Council at the time, it was nice to see how Central Coast Council worked and Latrobe Council. And I'm super lucky that, like, just in the events that I run, that Devonport Council sponsors, for example, the Glow Run and Bluff to Boat Ramp, and now Latrobe Council sponsors the Coastal Pathway Ultra. So they're seeing value in what we're doing, and it's awesome. Like, the councils have been so supportive. Like, they don't have to do this. They
Mm.
don't have to get behind what we're doing, but and they make it easy too. Like, it hasn't been a hard process. Just anything you do takes a bit of time, but once you've done it once, you've got a bit of an idea what you need to do going forward.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's really good to hear. So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, and I think they want events. They want people moving and exercising, and
Well, a lot of councils have that as part of their
yeah,
what they want in the community to get people moving, get people healthy, and
absolutely,
that just
yeah.
general movement is fantastic.
It's everything, and it's gonna, you know, the community is gonna benefit from it, and hospital, visitation's gonna be down, and
That's exactly right.
yeah, I can't think of the word,
But
but
also, people feel
yeah,
better. You
they do,
exercise regularly; it
yeah,
is great for your mental health. If you
absolutely.
could bottle what exercise did for your body, then
Oh,
you'd make a fortune.
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah, far out you would, just a spray, Shane,
yeah, just a spray.
and just walk into it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
uh,
so I suppose you've got some more plans though, don't you? So
yeah,
you're not just stopping with um, what you've currently got on your
yeah,
very, very busy schedule.
yeah.
So we've got the glow run.
Yeah.
So you've got plans.
Yeah, so the idea was always to franchise this event, I guess you could say. So the opportunity came up. The Hobart Council actually reached out, said, "Is there plans to bring this event to Hobart?" I've
Oh,
gone,
so they've
"Yeah,
actually gone, hey, Brian. They
yeah."
slid into your DMs in a
They
way,
did,
did
they
they?
did, and I said, "Oh, funny you say that." Absolutely, there
Yeah.
is. Yeah, so that those conversations started 6, 7 months ago, and I just sort of approached St. Luke's as well, and I can't do this without a major sponsor because that helps
Yeah.
cut those costs very early on when you launch an event. And I said, St. Luke's, are you guys interested in backing this? And they're like, yeah, this is great. So yeah, we had a major sponsor. We had the council supporting us, and the timing was right. So I looked to launch this 3 years ago, but the timing wasn't there, and now it is. And yeah, we've launched it, and it's the Hobart Light Night Glow Fun Run, and it's I can't say the date yet because council hasn't confirmed, but what I can say, it's going to be held in September 2026.
So you've got your little glow run medal here.
Yep.
So there's going to be a bit of a different medal next year. Is that right? Or am I allowed to talk about
Absolutely.
that?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
Why not? Why not?
if you go to
Yeah.
the Devonport one,
Yeah.
you might get a medal that has a bit of a
Absolutely.
shape to it
Yeah,
that
so
sort of
may connect together, maybe. Yeah.
may you might have, I suppose, this sort of
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So we want people to be able to experience the two glow runs and have a reason to travel. And we feel like if we have a medal that joins together, people will get up and about it, excited about that. And it's good because people travel, intrastate, and they spend money and they stay and they eat food and everyone's happy. So
And the other thing is
Yeah.
they've got something to work towards.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah. And it's quite close as well. So the fitness should still be there to jump into the next event and vice versa.
and vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Big plans, Brian.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess the next thing would be I'd like to go to a different state as well and launch something.
Wow.
But not quite there yet.
Not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Just Tasmanian domination first.
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, but I mean, there are a lot of other really good running events in Tasmania run by some really
Absolutely.
good people as well.
And we're
So,
so lucky.
yeah.
Yeah, there is. I mean, Richard Welsh and his team have got Lonnie 10 and Bernie 10
Bernie
and
10 and-
Run the Bridge.
Yeah.
And he's a bit of a role model as well. And I spoke to Richard quite a bit and he's been pretty open with his time. And yeah, I think we all speak to one another and we try not to step on each other's toes with dates. And I think that's important because at the end of the day, we're only a small population here. So
Yeah. There's
yeah,
only a
that
certain
one,
amount. The other thing, probably just to talk about quickly, though, you talked about sponsors. I mean, one of the
Yep.
risks for you is obviously if nobody shows up. So,
Yep.
and
Don't say
Tasmanians,
that.
but Tasmanians have a habit of signing on a little bit later, don't they? So
They do, yeah. We find that 65 to 70% of people will enter in the final 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks.
yeah,
And yeah, it makes my life easier if
Yeah.
people enter earlier.
yeah,
I don't know why that is because you look at these interstate things, they're getting sold out. But
Yeah.
Tasmanians seem to be a little bit slower in what they're doing.
Well, I'm on the Gold
Yeah.
Coast Marathon email list.
Oh,
not that
yeah?
I was going to, not that I was
Yeah.
going to do it again anytime. Like, but that's sold out within hours.
14 hours.
Yeah.
Like we're talking 23,000
Yeah.
runners. Like that's
And the same
Yeah.
with the other marathons now, the Sydney and the Melbourne. They're just getting enormous.
same thing. And they
Yeah.
same same problem. It's like this boom. We went out of COVID and running suddenly became cool.
Mm.
Like when I was running, you were a bit daggy. Like, why would you do that at 6:30 in the morning? You're silly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Now it's not
How
uncommon to
far
see
have you
20
run?
people at that time.
I remember I was running along Beach Road once, and these kids in a car parked up on this parking spot where you can see the ocean, and I'd run
Yep.
past, and they go, "Oh, run, Forrest, run!" And I thought, for a sledge, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That
Oh.
was the sort of attitude of people, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Oh mate,
Yeah.
I reckon I've got 40 times been said that.
Yeah.
Run for it. I'm like,
Oh, you got
very
the-
original,
yeah,
mate.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Wow.
it's a cool time, and I don't know how long this trend will happen. I've been to a few conferences, and they're saying 2 or 3 years before it starts to do the down slope. But I don't know, it might stay around. You know?
Yeah, I hope so.
Like it's pretty addictive, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Especially if you hook up with these training groups.
yeah,
yeah.
especially the one that starts off in
Yeah,
early
in
January
early
for 10
January,
weeks.
yeah.
Yeah. I've heard good things about that.
Yeah. Well, what we might do then is we might do a bit of an update once we've done a few sessions, and
Sounds
we
good
can
to me.
talk about how things are going towards Bluff to Boat Ramp and get you back in again. How about we do that?
Sounds amazing, Shane.
Right, excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks very much for your time, Brian.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for all the training that you've given me in the past, because
No, pleasure,
it's
mate.
certainly been good. And
Pleasure.
yeah,
Thank you. And
thanks for coming in. Thanks for
good
being
luck
on the
with the next
broadcast.
few weeks.
So if you like this sort of content, then make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast. The other thing that we'll do today is that all the relevant links from Brian's events, especially the Bluff to Boat Ramp, we'll put in the comments. So sign up. When does the early bird finish?
Yep. So February 1st.
February 1st. So probably give you a bit of a reminder before February 1st. But yeah, we'll put all the relevant links in the comments. So sign up. And until next time, thanks for watching the broadcast. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, Brian.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Thank you.